Optimus, forgive all of our sins. Our tit-windowed Savior, tit-windowed Savior.
So, if you're going to list off the best toys of all time, you'd have to include stuff like Castle Grayskull, the Thunder Tank, Ecto 1, and the Boglins. Undoubtedly, though, the top of that list must contain G1 Optimus Prime. This is the toy that launched an ongoing 40-year franchise and gave a chunky physical form to our favourite surrogate father figure. The importance of G1 Optimus Prime cannot be understated. If this toy was a bag of shite, I doubt we'd still be talking about the Transformers in 2024. The popularity of the franchise and all subsequent media hinged on the success of the initial toy line, of which Optimus was front and centre. That's a heavy burden to bear, but thankfully G1 Optimus was more than capable of carrying that weight on his ratcheted shoulders. The toy that would become Optimus Prime was originally released by Takara in their Diaclone car robot subline in 1983. In this incarnation, Optimus, or Battle Convoy, wasn't a sentient robot dad. Instead, he was a mindless, transforming mech piloted by these terrifying mechanical Victorian children. Although Battle Convoy saw a limited, inauspicious release in the West, it wasn't until Hasbro bought the rights and rebranded the figure for the first year of the Transformers toy line that Optimus became the icon he deserved to become. This was certainly the best rebranding outside of Kylie going indie in the 90s. Confide in Me is such a banger. Along with the iconic toy, the characterization of Optimus in the G1 cartoon was just perfect. Famously, Peter Cullen's voicing of the character was inspired by his brother, who told him that true leaders were strong enough to be gentle. What a perfect encapsulation of Optimus Prime's spirit. Optimus taught a generation of kids that all life mattered, that we should fight for what we believe in, but also strive to help and understand each other. That freedom was the right of all sentient beings, damn it. This toy is those values brought to life in the form of a messianic superhero that also happens to be a big red truck. So how does G1 Optimus Prime hold up in 2024? Well, he's still alright, this knockoff version at least. Casting off the veil of nostalgia, Prime is still a decent toy with surprisingly good arm articulation. Those arms are, admittedly, slightly gorilla-like, giving him a massive reach advantage against G1 Megatron. His legs aren't great, but unlike most other G1 Transformers, he does have a knee bend. It's not too much use though, as his legs can't go any further forward than completely straight. Prime's colours are a bit off from the cartoon, with the blue being significantly darker and his eyes being a full shade of piss yellow. Like all the G1 boys, he's a bit of a brick in comparison to modern figures. I don't think having detachable hands counts as wrist swivel. Despite how good he was for the time, I always wanted more as a child. That's probably the reason why I was also morbidly obese. I always wanted my Prime to be more like he was in the cartoon. I really didn't like the jaundiced yellow eyes, and I hated the shitty stickers that were messily applied on him. Mostly, I wish Prime could move with as much grace as he did on the TV. Well, little did that chubby little child know, a mere 40 years later, Takara would hit us with exactly what his enlarged heart always wanted. This, my friends, is Takara Missing Link Optimus Prime, specifically the animation accurate C02 version, and I think, without too much hyperbole, he might be the best Transformer of all time. That's quite a bold statement. So what makes this Missing Link Prime so different from his G1 counterpart? Just by looking at him, not much. When seen side by side in robot mode, these two look almost identical, eh? Well, my unobservant friend, look a bit closer. Just as I wanted when I was a wee fat fella, C02 Optimus is rocking an animation-inspired deco. Those pissy yellow eyes are gone and have been replaced with this soulful soft blue that truly reflects the pathos of our patriarchal hero. The head sculpt is still the same as the G1 version, but it can now move from side to side, and I suppose his neck flap counts as looking up and down. It kind of reminds me of a severed head on a platter, like John the Baptist.
You said you gave good head, John. I have to agree.
Unlike G1 Prime, CO2 doesn't have any stickers. Well, you get some in the box, but am I fuck applying them? CO2 Prime doesn't need them. The missing detail from the G1 Prime has been sculpted into CO2's mould. Just have a look at these forearms, knee pads and brake lights. All the other details in CO2 Prime have been tampographed on, like this lovely white outlined Autobot badge. You quickly discover the main selling point of Missing Link Prime as you begin to handle him. Although this looks like the same old Prime you know and love, he's packed with more articulation than one of those creepy $6,000 sex dolls. Wow, this is like an object from a dream. A good dream, mind you, not one of my night terrors where I'm chased by a naked and visibly aroused Roy Walker from Catchphrase. His engorged member painted yellow, looking like an overripe, liver-spotted banana with a crudely drawn face at the tip. "What's Mr. Chips doing?" he yells over and over with a maniacal smile stretched too far across his red, sweaty face. "Oh, I can't run anymore. Oh God, he's gaining. No!" Anyway, Prime's articulation is better than most figures from modern day Legacy or Studio series. There's just about everything you can think of here. Prime's long monkey arms are in double hinges for a huge range of movement. He can even raise his arms over his head without his smokestacks colliding with his truck cab chest. Prime's hands are no longer parts forming pieces and can open and close, which is perfect for holding this included amazingly sculpted matrix. Thankfully, this is a different mould than the matrix that's been included with everyone since Earthrise Prime. It feels more substantial and looks awesome, whether it's in Prime's hands or in this sweet matrix chamber. If you're an ungrateful fussy bastard and somehow don't like the look of this matrix chamber, it can be removed completely, leaving the original moulded seats for wee Diaclone guys, which I'm sure you'll just have loads of just lying about, don't you? Regardless of your matrix preference, you'll still be confronted with the majesty of these blue tinted tip windows. The chrome on Prime's grilled tummy and thighs also make this fella feel more special than your standard mainline tat. Prime's legs are loaded with ratchets and can be positioned in any way your perverted imagination may choose. The wheels on his hips can be lifted, and you can spread Prime's legs wider than your mum's round the back of the local soup kitchen. There's also an awesome ankle tilt on Prime's feet, along with toe up and down. Prime has a waist swivel, not a great one due to his truck grilled tummy, but it still moves a bit. Remarkably, there's also an ab crunch. It's a bitch to activate and it doesn't have much range, but I'm grateful for it nevertheless. It's great for making Prime look down caringly at core class Bumblebee. Overall, what an iconic robot mode. Even after 40 years, Prime still got it, and now he's got the moves to put the modern bots to shame. It's like RuPaul turning up as a contestant on the next season of Drag Race and showing up all the young queens with death drops and backflips. Transformation in Prime is a familiar process. The only real differences from his G1 version is that his hands now tuck into his tummy and his hips need to be compressed. The truck mode is exactly what you remember it being, and that's not a bad thing. Look at this beautiful wee thing. The simplicity of transformation allows us to be one of the most accurate and cohesive trucks in all of Transformers history. Just look at this next to Earthrise Prime. Despite how much I love Earthrise Prime, you really notice all the panel lines and lack of detail compared with the Missing Link version. You can really tell that the vehicle modes were prioritised in the G1 line. There's so many wee details picked out here, like these headlights, which now don't have big holes in them to accommodate the fist stumps, and the desert dog text on these awesome rubber tyres. The truck mode looks even better when you add Prime's G1 trailer. This is, of course, a knockoff, but it's close enough, eh? This looks way better than Earthrise Prime's trailer, which looks so small and piddly in comparison. Opening up the trailers, you continue to see the difference in quality. The repair drone thing in the G1 trailer is so much more articulated and actually has firing missiles. You also get Roller. I mean, he's utterly shite, but at least you get him. I do like the launching gimmick with Roller. You'll definitely smile when you do this once and then forget about it forever. I understand that C01 Prime's trailer has ditched this gimmick, which is an unforgivable shame. I might be on my own here, but I really hate the stickers on G1 Prime's trailer. They don't seem like they fit in here with the garish colours and simple designs. I mean, they're better than nothing, I suppose. I'm looking at you, Earthrise Prime's trailer. What a piece of shit. You just know there's going to be another pish trailer with the Studio Series 86 Prime, isn't there? Another grey plastic rectangle artificially driving up the price and taking up precious display space. I fucking hate trailers. Anyway, should you get Missing Link Optimus Prime? Yup, he is downright essential if you grew up with G1 Optimus. I would recommend C02 over C01 because of the animation accurate colours and the exclusion of the trailer, but either one is going to be amazing and a true highlight of your collection. All we need now is Missing Link Megatron, but I wouldn't hold your breath. Look at the state of him. How would you add meaningful articulation to this? That would be a miracle on par with the loaves and the fishes, walking on water or rising from the dead. Perhaps with the second coming of Christ, we may see a fully realised Missing Link Megatron. If that happened, I would instantly cast aside my atheism and move out to the desert. Along with a group of like-minded disciples, we would take a butt-ton of drugs and murder the rich in their fancy homes for our new Messiah. No, wait, that's the Manson family, isn't it? Anyway, you guys have a great night. Catch you later.
Like, subscribe, and tell your da. Like, subscribe, and tell your da. Like, subscribe, and tell your da.